Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Benny, a true nerd, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas, You Only Live Once. Well, last time, we went and made friends with the boomers, and got a lot of XP for our trouble as well. And today, right, I want to turn my attention to, something that might surprise you a bit. And that is ring-a-ding-ding. We're gonna go and confront Benny. Now you may well be thinking, John, why would you go and deal with Benny now, given you made it to the strip of bloody ages ago? You could have done this at any point, and yes, basically, it all comes down to some new thinking on the topic of a DLC. Because, you see, I started this run with one big assumption. That being, dead money was going to be the final challenge. If only because, yes, not like 100% sure dead money is even doable under this rule set, with no ranged weaponry whatsoever. Yeah, that raises big questions about radios and hologram projectors, etc, etc. So, as a result of that, yeah, if dead money's going to be the final challenge, that means we do Lonesome Road before we get to dead money. And equally, yeah, in some ways, this entire run is about building a character that might be able to succeed in dead money. And that got me thinking about the perks you could potentially get out of Lonesome Road, depending on how you complete it, because there is a special Lonesome Road perk called, would you believe it, Lonesome Road, which gives you bonus 10% damage under all circumstances. Really bloody nice perk. You can only get it if you just abandon ED and leave him locked inside the robot pod right at the end before you take on Ulysses. But if you don't have ED with you when you complete Lonesome Road, then yes, that means ED can't heroically sacrifice himself in order to stop the nukes launching. And if that happens, that means at least one nuke does need to launch. Heading either westward and hitting the NCR, or eastward hitting the Legion. And would you believe, whoever you nuke, they're not actually that keen on it, so as a result of that, yes, I was planning to try and keep a reputation reset in my back pocket, basically the entire game, so after nuking, say, the Legion, I could just come over here, deal with Benny, step outside, Volpez Coulter appears and says, hey, your crimes are forgiven, because, yes, the reputation reset will allow you to, yes, be forgiven, despite literally dropping a nuclear warhead on a faction. However, that plan has, yes, now been amended a tiny amount, because I kind of overlooked one thing, which is the final confrontation in Lonesome Road, because mostly Lonesome Road is an obstacle course. You've just got to get from point A to point B, ultimately making your way to Ulysses' temple. But once you get inside the temple, you actually have to, like, survive the final confrontation against waves and waves of enemies, and absolutely, dead money is arguably overall the more dangerous proposition. But it doesn't contain a single confrontation as nasty as the final room in Lonesome Road, which I dealt with in the original You Only Live Once by simply hiding at the back of it with a sniper rifle. Well, I can't do that here, so, yeah. Actually, I'm going to reorganise the order of play a bit here. 99% of Lonesome Road we could do before dead money. But then, of course, you could just come out of Lonesome Road and do something else. And I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to make our way right to the end of Lonesome Road, and then go over to dead money, before returning to the end of Lonesome Road for the very end of this run, if we even survive dead money. The reason I want to do that is, I want to be as powerful as I can be in terms of fighting when it comes to that final room. And dead money can give you one of the most powerful combat perks in the entire game for a melee character, so I think that is now the order that I'm planning to do things. But as a result of that, if completing a Lonesome Road is going to be at the end of the run, assuming we even get that far, then we don't need to worry about the Lonesome Road perk, about ED, about nuking anyone, meaning we don't need the reputation resets. And if we don't need the reset, that means we could take care of Benny now, and move on to our whole bunch of Legion stuff that previously was gated away from us, so, that's what we're gonna do today. Deal with Benny and move in the direction of making better friends with Caesar's Legion. So, step one, just mosey straight inside here. As soon as we go in, we'll be challenged to give up our weapons. That is fine. No need to worry about that because, yes, we'll be getting all of these back momentarily. Because yeah, all we need to do is mosey around the corner to Swank here and get him on side. This is Benny's second in command, and yes, he is very keen to potentially betray Benny. Arguably too keen. This guy's got ambitions, damn it.
Hey, baby, good to see you. Always nice to have a celebrity drop by.
Oh, and that's a lovely greeting as well. So, right, I'm building a local reputation. That's lovely, and Swank, my friend, who I've literally just met. I think you need to know something about Benny.
Really? You got something to say about the big boss, huh? Well, why don't you say it to his face instead of yapping at me?
Because, Swank, I think you're going to flipping help me. And yeah, you could do this either with evidence that you pick up as you go, though if you've got speech of up to 45, you don't really need those, because there's now going to be a series of escalating speech checks starting right here with speech 15, where you start trying to persuade Swank that yes, Benny's planning to betray House, and Swank's not keen on that. He likes the status quo just as it is.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Yes, indeed. He tried to kill me and steal a platinum chip and whatnot.
That doesn't... Why would he pull a stunt like that? Got anything else to offer?
Yes, indeed. Just some details of how he pulled off aforementioned attempted murder.
He's trying to pull a fast one on the big man. Crazy bastard. You got any more?
And nope, 3 out of 6 is all we need. 3 speech checks or 3 pieces of evidence. So, Swank, what do you think about that, good sir?
Jesus, kid, I think we got a real problem on our hands. Can't believe Benny's a no-good stinking punk, trying to play house like that. Tell you what, I'll call Benny, keep him away from his suite. You go search the place. Here's the key, it's on the 13th floor. It's a room with the double doors, can't miss it. Maybe you'll find something we can show to Mr. House and get him arrested.
There we go. We get the key, and if we want to, yeah, we can get Benny sent to his suite right now. But no, I don't want to do that. I just want to, you know, get Swank on side, because if I do that right now...
Groovy, here's your stuff back. In case you run into company, you dig. I'll tell the boys to give you a pass to pack some heat. Go on then. Elevators to pass the slot machines on your left.
There we go. I get all of my weapons back, and officially my mission is now to go and search Benny's suite. But I don't actually want to do that. I just want to go and speak to Benny directly. The only reason I spoke to Swank at all is I wanted my weapons back. Yeah, there we go. There's Benny dead ahead. Before we go and speak to him, though... Okay, my base speech is currently 58, which isn't quite good enough. But that is fine. Just a drink of beer for charisma +2. That is a speech up to 62. Now, that should be a-okay. So yeah, with that in play, round the corner, let's say hello to Benny.
What in the goddamn? Let's keep this in the groove, hey? Smooth moves, smooth. Hello. That broad everyone saw go in the Lucky 38, that was you? Oh, shit.
Yes, indeed. How about, Benny, me and you have a lovely chat about the platinum chip?
What say you and me cash out? Go somewheres more private-like. Any questions you got, I'll answer.
And that I am 100% happy to do. However, before we do that, Benny, we've got to discuss the exact terms.
To start, I'll comp you the presidential. Best suite in the house. You deserve a taste of the VIP lifestyle. I'll hang out down here for a while to make everything look business as usual, then come to you. Any questions you got, I'll answer. Guaranteed.
Benny, of course, is a massive snake, and will just basically run away the moment you step in the room he's asked to meet you in. No, no, no. With speech of 60, you need to go up first, okay? I do not trust you.
If that's what it takes to win your trust, that's what it takes. Follow me.
So there we go. We've got the key, we've got some XP, and he's heading to the room right over here. So me and Benny are now going to be nice and isolated alone in the presidential suite together. So, just to get out of my biggest, most powerful sneak attack weapon here on this occasion, the Protonic Universal Axe, spot on. Though yes, hilariously, even if you go into sneak mode, he's just programmed to speak to you when you get sufficiently nearby to him. But don't worry, that's fine, that's all part of the plan.
Now that you and me's got some privacy, I gotta ask, How is it that you're still living?
Yes, indeed. Benny is now going to basically try and charm you. And you don't need to listen because everything he says is a flipping lie.
House was on to me from word go? I thought I was being so clever. Once you were vertical, how'd you track me down?
Yes, indeed, Benny. You did leave a bit of physical evidence behind.
To think I deemed that flint box my lucky charm. Oh, the irony. I guess that's enough scratching around at first base. Tell me, which way is the wind gonna blow?
Honestly, I love this conversation because the way Benny tricks you is so bloody clever. Because basically, he acts like he's about to become a new faction you can work with. You know, the way he lays it out, he's going to give you missions, etc. And you start thinking as a first-time player, okay, I could side with the NCR, or I could side with the Legion, or I could side with Benny. And he just acts like he's going to be a quest giver, which is such a clever way of manipulating the player.
You help me, and before long, the chairman will rule all of Vegas, dig? With enough robot muscle to back it up. You'll get a sweet, juicy cut of that action. But until that day comes, I'll keep you on retainer and pay bonuses for special missions. How's that sound?
I genuinely love it, because it does sound like he's going to be giving you fun extra missions or whatnot, with a really good rewards. But he's not. This is all a lie. There is no way to get any mission from Benny whatsoever. He's just trying to sweet talk you so he can get out of this room alive, and as a result of that, immediately send guards up to murder you and make a break for it. So, no. I don't think that's a good idea at all, though. What I am gonna do is play along a bit.
Jackpot, baby. I knew we'd see eye to eye. Here's a start on your retainer. Don't spend it all in one place, and the prez is yours for as long as you want it. When you're ready to saddle up, come find me down on the casino floor and we'll plan the next step of this caper. Ring-a-ding, baby, ta-ta.
So, that gets me 250 caps, but more importantly, I'm still hidden. Because, yes, he didn't actually detect me. So as a result of that, we do not let him leave this room alive. If he does, he is sending goons to come and murder me straight afterwards. So, instead, we just do a quick spin, execute him with the McGibble, and down he goes. Nice and dead. 50 XP. Yes, if we just search his corpse right here, help myself to his suit though. Honestly, yeah, barter +5, speech +5, not particularly relevant to me because I've got outfits that could do better for both of those stats. Yeah, his sweet key as well, very good. The gun we may as well take just to sell it, but most importantly, yes, the platinum chip. Because taking that gets me 1000 XP. I also quite enjoy how casually Benny's died here. Like, it kind of looks like he's still just hanging out at the bar, enjoying a drink. In fact, hang on. If I just, like, get a beer and pop it next to him. I'm gonna be honest, I was trying to just pop a beer in his hand, but I kind of, like, slammed the beer into his head. Now he's slumped over a bit, though. It still looks fairly natural. It just looks like, you know, Benny can't quite handle his drink as well. Still, we're not quite 100% done with this room just yet, because, yes, one, we've got a skill book here for unarmed, which is spot on, actually. Because, yeah, that should get my unarmed skill up to 99. Beautiful. Beyond that, there's some generic loot here, some weapons in the wall safe and whatnot. Nothing too much to worry about. There is, however, a lot of flipping boost here, which I may as well take and then immediately drink, because, yeah, though my strength is now capped out, which is... tell you what, atomic cocktails is nice. Never say no to atomic cocktails. Yeah, I may as well boost my charisma a bit. Though speaking of which, I am now up to 24 atomic cocktails. That might be enough, actually. Maybe don't gather any more of those. That's plenty. And luckily, despite that murder I just did, yes, no one's really particularly fussed about that. Swank, like, had a word with everybody, so, you know, no one really cares that Benny's dead. In fact, if you go and speak to Swank...
Guess that makes me the boss. Ring-a-ding.
You know what? He sounds pretty happy about that. I think he's, yes, perfectly content with the fact that Benny's gone. But yes, before we go running with the platinum chip over to, you know, Mr. House, the Legion, etc., etc., given that House just opened a lot of doors for us, yeah, we do just want to nip upstairs and explore a bit more of the tops first, because, if nothing else, I enjoy this hallway. because this hallway is just a full of average locked doors. And that's like 40-50 XP a go. That's quite a large amount of experience, damn it. So okay, that's the corridor clear, all in all about 200 odd XP, together with a couple of skill magazines, and now we mosey to Benny's personal suite as well. Beginning, yes, the actual alternative questline to, like, you know, the main factions and whatnot. Say hello to Yes Man, and, oh, you've got to love Yes Man. Yes Man's just the best.
Hey! Hi there! Good to meet you. What can I do for you today?
I just enjoy his cheerful voice, so obviously, yes, he's now going to let me take over New Vegas personally if I don't feel like working with anybody. Tell me to, like, you know, go and assassinate house and get to know various tribes, etc, etc. Though yes, as you may recall from the previous You Only Live Once run in New Vegas, it is a long-standing rule that the Yes Man ending is not acceptable for this run, because it's just too easy to do, given you can basically just, you know, nip over to 4 locations, return to Yes Man, say, hey, that's fine, ignore those guys, and then pretty much skip straight to the end game. It's just so much easier to do than any other ending that, yes, it is not acceptable to me, though. To be honest, I've not actually decided which ending we are going to be going for on this particular occasion. During the first You Only Live Once, we did go for the NCR. In part because it's just the biggest and most complicated in a way. There's, like, you know, loads of stages to it. Oh yes, I've got nothing against maybe considering a Legion or House on this occasion, so, yeah, we'll have to see as time goes by. Still, with all of that in hand, yes, let's go see Mr. House, because he did say, go and get the chip and bring it back here.
The eyes of the mighty Kaisar are upon you. He appreciates your service and bestows upon you the exceptional gift of his mark. My lord requires your presence at his camp at Fortification Hill. His mark will guarantee your safe conduct through our lands.
And okay, I'm going to admit I just completely forgotten that Volpeziculta was about to say hi. But there we go. We've now got an invitation to go and say hi to Caesar.
Seek Kaisar by way of Cottonwood Cove, south of Nelson. The Cursor Lucullus will be waiting.
Oh, and I did not know this, by the way, but that is fascinating. He just didn't mention being forgiven for any crimes against the Legion. The reason being, in this universe, I've not committed any. So the game actually checks whether you've actually done anything to annoy the Legion and adjusts his speech accordingly. That's adorable. But yes, as I was just saying, first things first, we need to go to the Lucky 38. Technically, mind, we don't need to. We could just go straight to Caesar's camp, everything would work out fine. But yes, the nice thing about this stage of the second act of New Vegas is you can very often basically triple dip for XP. Do one thing, then go tell 3 factions about it, and get XP for all of them, because all of them have got their own unique missions about that precise thing. Oh, and while I'm passing by, Jane!
I bet those boomers have some awfully big guns.
Jane's a very horny robot, by the way. But yes, speaking of boomers, I've got their snow globe.
You do? Why, that's just wonderful. I'll take it and put it with the rest of the collection.
So alright, 2,000 caps are right there, marvellous. And I enjoy doing that, you know, at this exact moment of the game, by the way, because if you just, like, mosey downstairs and say hello to House right now...
Such a small thing, isn't it? And yet so capacious, so very dear. Decades of hiring salvagers out west to search for this little relic in the ruins of a place called Sunnyvale. Back then, anyway. That's where the chip was printed, on October 22nd, 2077. It was to have been hand-delivered to me here at the Lucky 38 the next day. But the bombs fell first. Suffice it to say, the delivery was never made.
And there we go. The default reward you get for the chip is 1,000 caps. But he'll pay 2,000 for a snow globe because he likes snow globes. Mr. House is an odd character in some ways. But yes, let's talk next steps, good sir.
A great deal shall be happening. A cascade of events with you taking a central role. At the moment, however, all you need to do is take the elevator all the way down to the bottom level. You'll understand soon enough.
So yes, step 1, he just wants to show off his brand new upgraded Securitrons, because now they've got angry faces, and also bigger guns or whatnot. Oh, and while he's just chattering on, by the way, yes, do not forget to pick up a 9mm submachine gun from the table, because that's got some good value, damn it. Plus I enjoy just turning my back to house and completely ignoring his presentation, because I'm too busy looting.
Trips to the basement are rarely so educational, don't you think? I've since broadcast the upgrade to every Securitron in range of my transmitters, and I must say, it's causing quite a stir down on the strip.
So yes, there's 500 XP for completing the House Always Wins Part 1. Step the next, yes, now the Securitrons are upgraded, we need more of them.
I want you to open a hatch in the basement of the derelict weather station atop Fortification Hill. You'll recognize it on sight. The hatch bears the logo of the Lucky 38, same as the Platinum chip.
Which, highly conveniently, is also what Yes Man wants me to do. And indeed, ultimately, what Caesar's gonna want me to do too. So, yes, once again, triple dipping on XP happens a lot at this stage in the game. So there we go. Now we just need to mosey onwards and say hello to Caesar, given basically everybody wants me to go and do that at this point. And yes, I'm also up to 6 grand already, so yeah, just to keep storing up the money. When the time is right, there might be something very expensive we need to go and buy from some of the weapon merchants round here. Oh, and not forgetting, of course, yes, I can just use my own suite here inside the Lucky 38 as a store if that's what I want to, so, yeah, sell all that stuff we just looted from the strip, and there we go. Up to 7.5 grand. Beautiful. Though while I'm here, yes, I think it might finally be time to retire a couple of old friends. I'm just never going to use the baseball bat again, now I've got the Protonic Universal Axe, so, okay. Have a good rest, old friend. You deserve it.
Excuse me, but are you the courier who caused all of that trouble in the tops?
This is the second time in like 10 minutes I forgot someone was going to speak to me the moment I stepped outside a building, so, yes indeed, Emily. I am. Sorry, I kind of forgot you existed.
Oh, great. The followers of the apocalypse, well, some of us anyway, have been interested in Mr. House's technology, how he stays alive. Of course, no one else is allowed inside the Lucky 38, so no one knows what's going on. Well, except for you.
And yes, indeed. She just wants me to plant a bug so they can spy on Mr. House here. This is one of those missions that is, quite frankly, somewhat mysteriously easy. You just sort of step inside, plant the bug, step back outside again, job done. Though you can go and tell House about it, but he kind of doesn't care. Because, yes, he knows what's going on his network. He just straight up disables the bug after a matter of seconds. He isn't even mad that you planted it.
It looks like we've started getting reports from the tower's network. I'm sure the others will be able to make some sense of this. Oh, what the hell? The bug went offline. Damn it! I swear to God that old man has thought of everything. Well, it looks like this was all for nothing. But you did your best. I appreciate the help.
600 XP for that, which is very bloody generous, New Vegas. In fact, yeah, we're almost ready to move up to level 21 at this point. Speaking of which, yes, let's go and say hello to Caesar. And luckily for us, that is very simple indeed, because obviously, we're already friends with the Legion. We've been to Cottonwood Cove, we've got this amongst the fast travel location, they like us, they've got no problem with us whatsoever, so yeah, we can just stroll on in and make our way to Caesar's camp.
Awe, are you ready to head upriver?
And absolutely, Lucanus, off we go.
The trip will take a few hours. Take your place on the boat.
Yes, this is basically just a way of teleporting over to Caesar's camp.
By order of Caesar, all visitors must disarm and relinquish all banned items. This order also extends to the platinum chip you carry. For now.
So okay, just like the casinos, I could agree to disarm, but also keep some weapons on me, depending on my sneak skill.
Your belongings will be returned to you when you leave.
And there we go, we're now free to enter the forts. Right, while we're passing by, there is a shop here as well, in the form of Mr. Dale Barton. Though yes, his inventory is a bit on the limited side, given there's only so much stuff the Legion allows you to sell. As you may have noticed from our treatment when we arrived, yeah, there's a lot of restrictions as to what is or isn't allowed inside this society. Still, he represents a good opportunity to, get rid of some ammo that I gathered around Old World Blue, so... 9 grand. We are gathering caps and XP in a hurry today. And you know what? He could slightly improve the riot gear. Yeah, 1DT can be a huge difference when you're under fire, so go on then, why not? Like, I feel like I've got plenty of money at the minute. So, that done, just to keep moving in the right direction, further and further up through the camp and whatnot. Also, I just noticed my, health bar appears to be full. When did that happen? Hang on, who just cooking filled up my health bar? Does that happen when you, like, teleport to Caesar's camp or whatnot? Right, we've run into another unexpected healing event. Luckily, I've just memorized how many hit points I've lost at this point, though, yeah, keep an eye on this. The game seems to get funny if you, like, set your health via this method, then you level up. So, yeah, we'll need to keep a very close eye on this, actually. And yes, while there is plenty we could do round here, I'm pretty sure, no one's going to be willing to engage with me until we've set eye to Caesar and done his first mission. So, just to hop inside his tent, go and say hello to him, and on this occasion, yes, Caesar should be delighted to see me, because I have done nothing but help the Legion so far.
So, I finally get to meet the courier who's caused so much trouble for the new California Republic. You spread word of the massacre of Nipton, just like Wolpez asked you. You turned Camp Forlorn Hope into a mass grave. I get it. We share a common enemy. And now you come before the mighty Kaiser to what? Offer your services.
And indeed I do, though you should refer to him as the mighty Kaiser, just as he said right there, because if you do, they get you a tiny bit of Legion reputation, because Caesar likes being flattered, damn it.
Maybe I should have you struck blind so my face is the last sight you ever behold. Look, you do know why I wanted to meet you, right? A man nearly kills you, so you track him across the breadth of the Mojave. You arrive on the strip and waltz into the Lucky 38 like someone left you a key under the doormat. You assassinate the head of the chairman in his own casino and get away with it. Then something happens to Mr. House's robot, some kind of military upgrade. When you set your mind to something, you get results. I like that. The question is, are you ready to get started?
That was completely the wrong speech option, wasn't it? Hang on, there's definitely a speech option where you, like, try and flatter this guy and it gets you some Legion reputation. It might be this one.
I like the servile attitude. Keep it up. The time is fast approaching when my Legion will assault the Great Dam and invade the West. Before that happens, I want Mr. House knocked out of the game. A quick 1-2 punch, with you doing the punching.
There we go, that was the right one. So yes, there's a tiny bit of Legion reputation. But okay, now we're getting into some proper Legion business. And step 1, he wants House dealt with. And the first part of that is, would you flipping believe...
Down the hill, at the west edge of camp, is an old building. It was here when the fort was taken in 2277. Inside the building is a hatch. And inside that hatch are 2 steel doors that bear the sigil of the Lucky 38 casino. Now that same sigil is on the platinum chip you were carrying. Isn't that interesting? Even more interesting, there's a slot about the same size as the chip on the console that opens the hatch. So you know what I think? I think the platinum chip opens those doors. Doors that can't be pried open, or drilled open, or blasted open. Because all that, I tried.
So there we go. Caesar wants me to do precisely the same thing as House does. Go inside that bunker.
I want you to destroy whatever you find in there. And then I want you to come back here and tell me about it. So go to the building and take this fucking platinum chip with you. My legionaries will meet you there, with your weapons and equipment. Goodbye.
So there we go. Objective 1, go downstairs and just blow up the bunker under the hill. So all we do is step back outside into the camp, turn back on myself here, and yes, mosey on down to the weather station at the rear of the camp by the tower there, because there's one quick thing we need to get done.
Caesar has permitted your weapons to be returned to you while you serve him.
This moment always makes me laugh, by the way, which is, yes, there's these grand doors here that apparently the Legion just cannot get past because they are too strong, too resilient, too mighty, etc., etc. Then you just slap in the platinum chip here. They're so tiny and so thin. They should definitely have been thicker or something. Like, they're too skinny. I don't believe the Legion couldn't find a way to just cut through that. But okay, what we're doing now is, yes, walking into a slightly radioactive area. So I've already got... Hang on, I'm wearing the spacesuit, right? Yeah, I'm wearing the spacesuit already. My endurances are pretty good. Pop some Rad-X, and there we go. Rad resistance up to 85%, which I'm pretty sure is capped out, so, yeah. What I'm hoping is... Oh, hang on. I was about to say, we could just get in and out of this place without causing any trouble. There might be one bit of trouble. I'm trying to remember if I've, yes, kind of neglected something here. Okay, just in case I've, you know, got something a bit wrong here. Get out the axe, adjust for safety. Get down below. We need to say hello to House at first, because he's here as well.
I see you reached your destination safely. Shall we get to work?
Yes, indeed. Caesar wants this place destroyed, you don't. Luckily, there's a very easy solution to that.
As you know, the Platinum chip upgrades my Securitron's operating software. Well, there's an army of them here. The Securitrons policing this strip are a fraction of the total number manufactured. The rest I stored here. I need you to manually upload the data from the chip to the facility's primary computer. There's a terminal at the other end of this facility. There's a complication. While I can broadcast to this screen, I can't control any of the facility's systems. That means I can't deactivate its security bots, most of which appear to be active according to the status board I'm looking at.
So yes, indeed. I could just do what House wants me to do. That will make a large amount of, like, you know, big clunking noises, and Caesar will just assume that the bunker has been demolished. So yeah, just doing what House wants is basically by far the safer option, because House knows if you destroy the bunker, doesn't like that, but Caesar is easily fooled. So yeah, we'll definitely do it his way. And the question is, yeah, there's definitely, yeah, one robot down below. Because I can turn those off. But yeah, there's one right here, so... Okay. The safest option is Stealth Boy. Just for absolute safety here. I may as well take it out, but there's no reason not to use a Stealth Boy. Just to be sure. So yeah, just get that open, because we want this to be done as fast as we can. Just get in over here. You are, yeah, you're on your own, that is fine, and this is a basic Protectron. So yes, this is not going to be a problem. You go down, it's a very slow spin, but there we go. He's nice and dead, that is fine. So yeah, now we just want to do this fast. So just mosey into the side room over here. And yes, what we've got here is a series of lovely terminals that we can hack in order to turn off all the rest of the security. There we go, that first one, nice and easy there. Beautiful. So yeah, cancel the security alert, so Protectron stand down. Then we just move to the terminal next door, turn off the turrets as well. Just give me a sec to solve this one. There we go, nice and easy once again. So yeah, now the turrets go down as well, spot on. So that leaves only, yes, the sentry bots. Those you can't turn off, but they only become active and angry in the event you sabotage the bunker by blowing up the generators. I'm not going to be doing that because that's not part of a House's mission, so they should stay nice and chill. So as a result of that, yeah, we should now be fine. And you know what, while I'm here, I'm not going to say no to the possibility of, yeah, some free stuff that might be very, very valuable indeed. I'll be having all of this, thank you. One plasma rifle too. But yes, I could probably go slightly faster by standing up, but I'm just a tiny bit concerned that something might go a little bit wrong here. Like, everybody seems chill, but I'm only like 5% slower creeping than I am, you know, running. So I may as well creep just for safety. So yeah, just to get around here, avoid all of this, straight through to the end. So yeah, this is very, very safe actually. I'm pretty sure nothing could go wrong here, but I'm just playing it safe, inserting the platinum chip, and getting the cock out of dodge. So there we go. Another 750 XP. At this point in the game, you are swimming in XP. And I think that was Yes Man's XP actually. So you know what? Let's just get it armed up to 100. That's fine. Melee weapons... hang on, what's boosting them to 100? Because I could have sworn those were 100 in the skill menu a second ago. But no, I'm not boosting my strength. My base strength is now 10. Can't go any higher, so... let's just get that to 100 as well. Let's just max out those. That's fine. And yeah. My next big move might be to do a little bit of, yeah, Lonesome Roads. In Lonesome Road, a lot of enemies have energy weapons, actually. So Atomic Cocktail being powered up even further through survival, that might be a good idea. Speech is, yeah, 62 at the moment. Let's just, yeah, put an extra 3 points into that, so that's 65 with a booze. Because 65 is, yeah, a solid level. That's fine. So, yeah. I think I'll take that for the time being. Now I just want to, yeah, get out of here before anything else happens. But, yeah, there should be a nice quick in and out. So, okay. Back over to the entrance, just to pass by everything. And everybody should be chill, but this is New Vegas. In New Vegas, sometimes stuff goes weird and just sort of breaks. So, yeah, let's just stay hidden and not risk any problems whatsoever. Also, hang on, I've just leveled up, so I'm currently at 251 out of 360. No, that's actually correct. Good, for once it hasn't broken, at least not yet. Keep an eye on that, that might break yet. Anyway, hello, Mr. House.
Your work here is done. Return to the Lucky 38 so we can discuss next steps. You have a very bright future ahead of you. Thanks to your actions today, so does the rest of mankind.
I may or may not come and speak to you later, Mr. House. For the time being, yes. Let's just get out of here and go check in with Caesar. You see, right there, I stepped outside and we've gone up to 256 out of 360. Why are we at 256? Why'd you do this game? It should be 251. There we go. Better. So, just to pop back to my good friend Caesar here.
I felt the ground shake a while ago. I'll take that as a sign you've got the job done. Let's press on, shall we? As I was telling you before, I want Mr. House out of the picture. You have an interest in his death, too. If he knows that you destroyed his gadgets beneath the fort, he will strike back. You know where to find him. How he dies, I leave up to you.
And there we go. Next mission, take out House. So, that one we'll be ignoring, at least for the time being, because, yes, if I do that, obviously, we can't do the House route. Which I may want to do at least a little bit more of it, even if ultimately House does end up dead. So, I'm gonna say yes, that's fine. But yeah, we won't be doing that in a hurry or anything. But more importantly, now we've done that, yes, everyone else should be feeling a lot more chatty. In particular, Lucius here.
It is a great honor for anyone outside the Legion to get an audience with Kaiser.
And okay, Lucius, is there anything I could do for you, good sir?
We recently obtained an artillery weapon, but we don't have the part or the skill to fix it.
And there we go. This here is why we went and got those artillery parts from the boomers just last week. So, just leave the conversation. That begins, I hear you knocking. Go straight back in.
You've proven yourself to be a true friend of the Legion. We have a safe house available to our agents in the Mojave. Here's the key. It's an excellent place to rest and store extra equipment. In addition, one of our veterans, Atticus, visits the house every few days. While he's there, you can acquire items useful for stealthy operations against our enemies from him.
I'm gonna be honest, I was just gonna give you the parts, but no, you install that outside anyway. And speaking to Lucius a second time, has got me the flipping safehouse key, and oh, I have been waiting for this. Though while I'm passing by, yes, no reason not to just plug the spare parts into this thingy. Do I need to speak to... Yes, I do need to speak to Lucius, though. Okay, I'll do that, bare minimum.
Well done. It will be very useful in the coming battle against the snipers the NCR will no doubt have hidden in the hills near the dam.
And there we go. 100 XP, which is not much, but yeah, Legion fame is hard to come by. I will take every bit of it I can get my hands on. What's more important is, yes, the Legion safe house just became available. So, yeah, let's start here at Wolfhorn Ranch. We can just teleport straight out of the camp and grab my stuff on the way out. Beautiful. It's also now day. And okay, the stealth boy has worn off. It doesn't last that long. But yeah, we most definitely want to go and check that out. And yeah, there's a few big corners floating around here, but if you just keep your distance, they shouldn't cause any trouble. If they do, we've got plenty of turbo, but yeah, just ignore them. They may not even see me at this point. My sneak's like 90. I'm very fast while I'm sneaking. But yeah, they're chill. Don't need to worry about them. Just straight on past because... oh, blimey. This safe house. This is a very, very nice location for me. Though, be a little careful because, yeah, there's more... Oh, no, that's a big corner. That's the horns of a big corner. That's fine. Yeah, if it's just big corners, that's not a problem. Just got to, yeah, avoid a few bits around here. That's the edge of, yeah, the nuclear testing site, so we don't want to go down there. Nasty ghouls and whatnot. But keep your distance and... there we go. This thing I have been wanting to get to for so long. And we finally cocking made it. The Legion safe house. Maybe the most powerful and useful one in the entire game. I love this thing. Though tragically Atticus is not here right now. But yes, on occasion, you will run into someone here who, as Lucius was implying, will straight up give you free stealth boys. So I don't even need to go back to Old World Blues to top up my supply, which is beautiful. And that's not all either. Downstairs on the bed, we've got, yes, various bits of Legion armor. A chainsaw, which is in terrible condition if its value is only 163, so don't worry about that. Some different bits and pieces as well. But most importantly, yes, the tiniest thing of all, the lucky shades. Tragically, yes, these give you no DR, no DT, but they do boost your luck by 1. And luck is so valuable. So yeah, just repair them a tiny bit with some reading glasses we've got as well, just to make sure they don't like break or whatnot. So yeah, the downside of that is, okay, my intelligence is down to 9, because I'm no longer gaining intelligence off my glasses. But I do have luck up to 7. So yeah, extra 1% of crit chance, or 3% in the case of Embracing the Mantis King. And that is just so worthwhile. I will never be taking these glasses off again. Still, I would say as my relationship with the Legion just goes up and up and up, how about we call it a punt there? But next time, right, there's a few more bits and pieces I want to do with the Legion yet. But beyond that, yeah, I think now we've maxed out our key weapon skills, we're close to maxing out sneak, and survival is rapidly approaching 100 too. I might be starting to have a think about, yeah, some more DLC. The question is, what's the right DLC? More of a Lonesome Road, or maybe just maybe Honest Heart. So, yeah, at some point we've got to dive into the DLC once again, even though, as we saw with Old World Blues, the DLC is dangerous. I lost a lot of health to Old World Blues, and I have no doubt whatsoever, as we go into more DLC, the same will happen again. So, potentially we're thinking about dangerous territory next episode, ladies and gentlemen. So hopefully you're looking forward to that. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd. And this has been a Fallout New Vegas, You Only Live Once. Thank you very much, and goodbye. If we just hide the bodies, nobody needs to know about this. Yes! My stupid plan has worked! It turns out I'm a genius! The giant rat scorpion is not gone! Oh, hang on, there's more yet, though. I'm still being very shocked. Guys, where's the NCR? Nobody needs to know.